Welcome, friends and family, to the marriage ceremony and celebration of Alexis and Christina. Today we come together to witness the beautiful union of two souls and honor their love for one another. We also want to honor each of you who plays an integral part of their community and has shaped their paths to this moment. Maya Angelou reminds us that love recognizes no barriers. It jumps hurdles, leaps fences, penetrates walls to arrive at its destination full of hope. So as we gather today, we were reminded of the powerful force of love that brings us together. A force rooted in friendship, family, and a deep understanding that love is one of the most beautiful gifts we can share. As we begin this ceremony, we ask that we all just take a moment to center ourselves and open our hearts to the love that fills this space as we celebrate the sacred union of Alexis and Christina. Love is not just an emotion, it is a choice, a gift, a force, and a commitment. When two souls recognize the connection in each other, it is as if the universe itself is rejoicing. As Rumi said, lovers don't finally meet somewhere, they're in each other all along. Today we honor the journey that Alexis and Christina have taken to be standing here today. They will start this ceremony by sharing what they love and what marriage means to each of them. This moment is a reflection of their individual journeys and the deep connection they have cultivated together. Alexis.
I wish I wasn't going first. I learned that marriage is one of the 7 sacraments, a transformative mystery where two souls become one, blessed by the divine. I was taught that the highest form of love in marriage, agape, is unconditional, selfless, eternal, and divine. It's a love that seeks the good of the other without expecting anything in return. I also learned that marriage is a partnership in creation. I felt propelled by these values to follow my heart and my spirit in a life lined with love, and I found that in you. However, despite all this, one of the very first thoughts I had about you, honestly, was, oh shit. In just one moment, I felt fully seen and accepted for who I am. I was struck by your authenticity, your deep curiosity, and your care. I was drawn by your energy, your mind, and your presence. Your authenticity gave me permission to be myself. As we've spent more time together, my soul has recognized an undeniable connection with yours, a bond that transcends words. Christina, or when I'm feeling sassy or funny, the words I like to call you, Tina, Nucci, Wifey, and named by Porter, Sweet Neck Tina. Your presence resonates with mine in a way that feels both timeless and eternal. In your eyes, I see the reflection of my truest self. Your love is a sanctuary where I can be wholly myself, and in this sacred space, I find not only companionship, but a partnership rooted in deep trust and authenticity. You have a rare gift of making the ordinary extraordinary. Every moment with you deepens my appreciation for the beauty of our connection, and I'm endlessly grateful for the journey we're on. You fill my days with laughter, warmth, and an unwavering sense of understanding. Every day I hear a "did you know?" followed by some random fact about nutrition and some desire to meet some aliens. Loving you unconditionally is the clearest yes of my life. Even through rocky waters, loving and growing with you is a choice I'll always make.
Meeting you was one of the greatest plot twists of my life. There's no other way to describe it but a soul recognition. It just is and always has been and will be. You're one of the most loving, intentional, wise, intelligent, and sassy people that I know. I think only those closest to you get to witness the sass, but it is there, and I love it. But what I love most is evolving with you. We have ourselves, we have each other, and us. Just like the moon shifts through cycles, so do we, each phase bringing more depth, love, and respect for one another. To me, loving someone is how you make them feel about themselves. We fall in love with all the beauty and the scars. You crack me up every day and bring so much joy and grounding to my life. I love that we share the same values and that we can be so different in our approaches. We always end up in the same place, but definitely take different routes. And it's in this difference that we find harmony. It's the right kind of challenge and the one that keeps us opening our hearts more fully to each other. I'm so honored and grateful to do this life with you. I love you. You're my person, and it's as simple and profound as that.
With this ring, I offer you my love.
With this ring, I offer you my love.
I promise to honor who you are,
I promise to honor who you are,
to cherish the light we share,
to cherish the light that we share,
and to walk with you in unity on this sacred journey.
and to walk with you in unity on this sacred journey.
This ring is a symbol of my eternal love
This ring is a symbol of my eternal love
and my unwavering commitment to you.
and my unwavering commitment to you.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I offer you my love.
I offer you my love.
I promise to honor who you are,
I promise to honor who you are,
to cherish the light we share,
to cherish the light we share,
and to walk with you in unity
and to walk with you in unity
on this sacred journey.
on this sacred journey.
This ring is a symbol of my eternal love
This ring is a symbol of my eternal life
and my unwavering commitment to you.
and my unwavering commitment to you.
And as your hands are bound together, so too are your souls. This cord symbolizes the weaving of your lives and the divine energy that flows through you both.
We commit to keeping our attention on love, joy, adventure, and to fully experience life together.
We commit to continuing to do our own work so we can expand into the most complete versions of ourselves and show up fully and wholly for each other.
We commit to listening with the intention to understand, while always coming back to the idea of approaching problems with a united front.
We commit to honoring each other's needs and finding creative ways to support each other and asking our highest self to assist when we're uncertain.
We commit to living a life of authenticity, always honoring intuition within ourselves and each other.
And as for their personal commitments,
I commit to wiping the bathroom mirror after I use the sink and doing my very best not to leave a trail of my belongings on the floor, even though they're reminders of me.
I commit to breathing before I express a preference, or in your words, breathing to monitor my sass, and finding joy in your spontaneity over following a plan.
all right. And you'll now pull. So with this knot, your souls are now bound together, united by love, infused with divine light, and guided by wisdom. May this bond be as strong as the love you share, and may it grow ever deeper as you walk this path together. Now, Alexis and Christina, you have shared what your love and marriage means to you. You have spoken your commitments to each other, exchanged rings, and joined your hands and souls in a sacred ritual of unity. Before your community of family and friends, it is my great honor to pronounce you married. You may now seal the ceremony with a kiss.
Running
here too because we have a few things written down that we want to make sure we speak tonight. So good evening. We are so overwhelmed with joy and gratitude for each one of you for being here today. I can't even name how many times Christina and I have just stopped this week and just taken in your presence and all of you flying around the country really to be here with us and celebrate this special day. Today really is about love, our love for each other, but also the love that we share for all of you and the connections that we've made with all of you through the years. And we're so grateful for the special place that we hold for you in our hearts. One of the things we've reflected on a lot is how many people our view, oh my God, from different phases of our life. We have people in both of our lives here from high school, college, people we survived internship with, and family, of course. And your presence has been part of what's made today possible.
I'm going to go off script for a minute. Can we divert? I also just wanted to say before I continue, a big thank you to my mom who threw a beautiful rehearsal cocktail party for us yesterday. And I was so nervous during the speech yesterday, but I felt really guilty, so I have to say no. But we also really want to express our deepest gratitude for the love and connection that you all have brought to our lives. You've helped shape who we are as individuals and as a couple. And as we step into this new chapter, we carry your love with us, and we carry all the stories and all the memories and all the wisdom, knowing that it's going to be the foundation of all that is to come. And so as we stand here looking at all of your beautiful faces, we just want to thank you for your love, for your support, and for being a part of our lives in this special day. Cheers.
Good evening, everybody. I am so privileged to be here on the special day of my granddaughter. And I've got another granddaughter. So I can't lose. I keep adding to my family. I just want to say, Alexis, I've known her from day one. I watched her grow, develop into this beautiful, talented person. Okay. Sorry, I have to work it. Occasion. Well, come to Christina. I'm still getting to know Christina because long distance is not easy. But we are church buddies. You may not know what that is, but every time we get together, Christina makes sure I do not forget to go to church. Well, I just want to tell you a little bit about the Bible. The Bible says faith, hope, love. Very important. But if you don't have love, nothing else matters. And Alexis and Christina have found a special love in their life, and it will help them to guide them on their next journey. And I love them both. I'm very proud of them.
Amen. Thank you, Mom. That was amazing. That was actually
actually her first speech ever. And when we were doing a little bit of executive coaching before tonight, I told her that performance anxiety is something you can work on at any stage of your life. And if she was feeling anxious, she could own that with all of you, that she was just basically doing this for the first time. So welcome everyone, and thank you for traveling across the country and across the state. From the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful that each and every one of you could be here tonight. Some of our best thinking happens in the most unexpected moments, whether it's in the shower, when you're driving on autopilot, or just simply cutting vegetables. There's something about letting one part of the brain switch off that allows another part to switch on. I think there's a lot of mental health psychologist type people in I was going to say in the room, but it's on the lawn tonight. But thank you to all of you for the work that you do. So for me, inspiration struck while driving home from the gym, one of those average drives from Allston, Massachusetts to Newton, Massachusetts a few weeks ago. As I was heading into this turn around the Mass Pike, I remembered a headline from a recent Martha Stewart newsletter, quote, 12 plants you should never cut back in fall. Now, I'm not a huge Martha fan, but with some new plantings in my garden for 2024, I couldn't resist the click. As a novice gardener, like outdoor gardener, my indoor plants are mastering quite well, I scanned the newsletter with curiosity. I scrolled through the list. Roses, azaleas, sunflowers. I smiled at the mention of red hot pokers. I imagined the scent of lilacs that I do not have. And I quickly dismissed oak trees as a bit too large for me to worry about. But then I hit upon rhododendrons and hydrangeas, and that's where I dove deeper. Rhododendrons, simple. Don't prune unless you absolutely have to. Hydrangeas, though, that's where my interest got sparked. Martha wrote that hydrangeas have different pruning needs depending on the variety. You really need to do your research, and that got my attention. So it's this thought that I want to share with you today, Alexis and Christina. Your relationship is like a beautiful, thriving garden. Just like with hydrangeas, where different varieties need different care at different times, so too do each of you as individuals have your own needs to thrive. And yet together you create something even greater. You already show such care and connection to one another, a love that transcends differences. You are both flourishing into the people who you were meant to be. And this garden of your relationship continues to grow, full of life and possibility. Take a good look around the lawn. I figured out that was the space. This is your community and your family. As you move forward together, continue nurturing this garden of yours. Tend to it as your lives evolve, as you build your family and community. Just like a garden that welcomes the sunrise, attracts hummingbirds, and basks in the glow of the moon and stars, your relationship will be a sanctuary. We vibed on that. And when challenges come, whether it's fallen leaves to pick up in autumn or drought in the heat of summer, remember that you are not alone in tending to your garden. Your garden is in fact a part of mine, the one I started many years ago. I am always here to help, to love, and to support you both on this journey together. So now, let's raise, I think, a limoncello shot and toast to Alexis and Christina and to the beautiful garden of love they continue to grow.
Hello, we are Winnie and Aiden. We want to introduce ourselves to everyone gathered here today. We are deep friends of Christina's and now Alexis's. And so you may be wondering, well, first off, we're very honored to speak. This is so special to be here. But yes, you may be wondering, how do we know Christina?
Yes. All right. So it's one of those speeches like, are they going to go on forever? Maybe. So I met Janine, Christina's mom, in 1996. See, that should make you nervous because I'm giving time, right? And Janine immediately adopted me into her family, which was one of my greatest blessings ever. And thus, when Aiden was born in 1998, Aiden too was adopted into the family. So we often like to say that Aiden is Janine's first grandchild, and anyone who knows Janine, that is like the best thing to be, because you are spoiled beyond. So that was great, because Aiden's an only child, and he immediately became an Aunt Smoochie. So Christina, I had Aiden in 1998. I think she was 13. And makes sense, a 13-year-old watching your baby. Yeah, why not? I was thinking, what the hell was I thinking? So Christina became Aiden's babysitter.
Yes, so as my mom said, as her son, Christina was my first ever babysitter. But in many ways, we like to say, as Christina says themselves, they are my weird adopted sibling. So I must admit that this event tonight is a little bit of a bittersweet moment for me. For when I was little, I always used to say that Christina and I would get married. But here I am, I'm moving on, it's official, it's fine. I'm okay with it, this is great.
Don't drink the wine, Alexis. I think it might be, So our relationship with Christina really transformed over the years, from the 13-year-old babysitter to the lovely individual that you are today, honey. So I was saying to Mark and Aiden that watching Christina grow has been beyond one of the greatest treasures in my life. So I just got to breathe with that. So I got to share a story because, Christina is just a beyond a love. Like, right? Who can say no to Christina? So Aiden, I think, is 8. And it's his birthday. So now 8 years into babysitting, you trust her with your life. Now he's an 8-year-old and he's alive. So that's good. So I get a call and Aiden and Christina are hanging out in a pet store. I'm like, okay, that's cool, right? And Christina says, hey, can I get Aiden a lizard for his birthday? And I'm like, okay, like a lizard, how harmless that can be, right? I'm thinking, it's a chameleon, it'll be dead in 3 months. Sure, you can get Aiden a lizard for his birthday. First mistake as a mother, right? Okay, then I say to Christina, okay, honey, whatever it costs, because she's going to pay with her own money, and I don't pay her that well as a babysitter. So I'm like, honey, I will pay you, so just get the lizard, and it's fine. And so I asked Christina one more question. I said, Christina, how big is this lizard? And she's like, it fits in the palm of your hand. I think, okay, it's really a chameleon. That's great. It will be dead in 3 months. This is perfect. So Christina and Aiden come home. My son is totally attached to this lizard. Christina has this thing in a box. And I'm looking at her, and I'm like, Christina. And of course, I look at the price tag of this thing. I realize this is not a chameleon. So I say to Christina, what is this? She's like, it's a blue-tongued skink. And I'm like, oh, okay, this will not be dead in 3 months. They live for 30 years. So Aiden and I were reading on a reptile blog today. With a lifespan of over 30 years, your scaly friend could be here to stay a while. I wish I had known that before that phone call those many years ago. So Godzilla, as he became named, we call him Gotti for short, is now the size of my forearm, because I've contained his tank. Christina lives in California, that's lovely. Aiden lives in Vermont. And Godzilla lives in Illinois in Aiden's childhood bedroom. He's doing quite well. He's alive and strong. And he's a vegetarian. Good news.
So, okay, the point of this story and what we're thinking about here is that really this was a moment in which Christina wanted to make me happy, at whatever the cost. When I was little, I really suffered from major anxiety. I hated school, and I hated most things. But one thing I did not hate was Christina. And as one of the few people who really made me feel safe, Christina knew how important they were to me and did anything to make me feel joy, even if they didn't think it through that much.
This is one of Christina's most lovely qualities. Their heart is wide and generous. Their love is fierce and deep. I still remember when I had pneumonia, which I didn't know I had, and I woke up because Janine took me to the emergency room, and I was like, I don't have pneumonia. And they brought me home. And when I woke up in my room, sitting in the armchair was Christina. It was like 9 a.m, just sitting there staring at me, loving me. And I was like, oh my God, honey, it's so sweet. So we watched Christina grow. And we watched her heart blossom and embody all of who you are. And Alexis, you already know this, that she's beyond gorgeous, beyond lovely. And when you commit to something, honey, you go all the way in. So Godzilla's coming next week.
As an only child, I feel really lucky to call Christina my weird adopted sibling. I love them very much, and I feel really grateful to have them in my life. So, Alexis, I want to let you know that you have also become my weird adopted sibling by proxy. So we raise a glass to you in this moment, whatever that looks like for you. And remember, so Alexis, we welcome you into this weird adopted family. And remember, if Christina ever calls you about a pet, ask more specific questions. All right, cheers.
Hi, everyone. I really want to thank Mrs. Antonucci, Dr. Sharon Sherman, and Christina and Alexis for inviting us all here to this wonderful weekend. My name is Jen, as you heard, and I have the honor of working with Christina and Alexis, and I get to witness their exceptional talents and gifts in the professional space. And of course, it goes way beyond that. From day one, Christina is a soulmate friend, the best kind of friend, give the shirt off their back kind of friend, and to modernize that a bit, give the toilet paper in 2020. That really happened. So when I thought about a potential worthy partner for Christina, I scratched my head a little bit. I was thinking, what person is this going to be? In walks Cherubin. Now, Christina is an amazing psychologist, but the first meeting that they had, as you've heard a little bit about, they discussed all kinds of things, and Christina immediately afterwards came to my door and said, she's good. And this was the start of an incredible, deep respect, connection that thoughtfully has led to the love and dedication you see here today. They have a lot in common. Apparently they love animals. They have the love of hiking and hiking and hiking and hiking. They have a peculiar affinity for waking up when it's still dark to see the sun come up. I'm actually really grateful that this wedding today wasn't at sunrise in Joshua Tree after car camping. So even with the commonalities, I do think we all have our roles. And I think Alexis is the director of the Cherubin enterprise. I think she keeps things on track, keeps things moving, all that. Just incredibly confident and just so smart and wise and beautiful. And you are the worthy partner, Alexis. And you are the worthy partner, Christina. When I look at the two of you, I see your ancestors and I see your future offspring. And what a rock solid anchor you are between them in this life. For those living relations who chose not to witness this union, if you can hear me, I acknowledge you too. You have played a vital role in this trajectory. And I honor each of you that are part of this beautiful community. I think now we're bonded forever. So pulling from the four directions, I wish the two of you groundedness from the north, lightness and airiness from the east, fire from the south, not hard for Mediterraneans, nourishing water from the west. And I wish you orange sunrises, double rainbows, blue moons, and of course, pink bubbles forever.
Dance floor made of grass. Your blue eyes make me wanna make this evening last. Put on an old song, put on that new dress. Tomorrow's coming